This one is going to be an absolute banger. We've been excited for it the whole day. We finally get to digest it, and I cannot wait to break it down. Dan, K1llsen versus Vengeur. What a game we've been served.
What a game. Two of the most entertaining players going head-to-head. Two of the best aimers in the world going head-to-head, and two players that I think play very similar going head-to-head as well.
Oh, yeah. I'm curious to actually see where they're going to take this one. Let's get straight into that, Vito, and not mess about, because I do not want to waste time with this one. I want to see it. I want to live it. I want to see these frags coming through. I cannot wait.
No, I mean, this is the game of the day for sure. We've had some great games, but I hope this one lives up to the rest. Anyway, we're starting with Blood Run. K1llsen against Doom for Vengeur. Doom obviously just strong throughout, messes up the fights with the double jump, pretty good at getting to and from controlling that mid area, but again, not offering a huge amount of versatility outside of that. It's just a strong champion. K1llsen likewise, very good totem placement around those choke points, as well as just general utility. So pretty good picks. Awoken, Vengeur versus Strog and Pika. I think Vengeur is always a strong pick, as we said earlier today. That piercing sight information is always key. And Vengeur, Strog and Pika, I think it's just a comfort pick there. We've seen it when it's in the hands of someone that knows how to play it, it's exceptionally strong. And we're finishing on Ruins. And we've got K1llsen on the slash, which is something I haven't seen for a while, but I do love to see. And Vengeur with the Athena. So that's a game of speed and utility if I've ever seen one.
No, I like it. There's a couple of characters that really stick out in my mind whenever I think of K1llsen. One of them's Nyx. Another one that I do really like as well is the Slash, so that'll be very fun. Moving on for Vengeur, though, for me, I like the Strog, I like the Doom, I like the Athena. I'm a big fan of everything he's bringing to the table tonight for this series, and I don't think we could have asked for better champion picks, honestly, Dan.
No, I don't either. Particularly that last map. That's going to be really interesting to watch. But throughout, all really solid champions. They play into their play styles. So once again, happy that this is our game to cast.
No, yeah, it definitely will be a banger. Let's start off then at the beginning, of course. Blood Run. K1llsen's K1llsen facing off versus Vengeur's Doom. First thoughts on map 1.
Blood Run's always been K1llsen's territory.
Oh, yeah.
Always been. I have to side with K1llsen. If his rail's on form, Vengeur's going to have a hard task ahead of him for sure.
It's going to be a spicy meatball, no matter what, getting into this game, honestly. I think Vengeur's definitely got a lot of potential on the Doom, but I don't know, man. I think this is quite heavily fractured in my mind. I genuinely think it's too close to call, because there's times where K1llsen just looks like absolutely godlike and there is no one that can touch him. But you can also say that about Vengeur.
Exactly. I think Vengeur's one of the few people in the world that can match K1llsen blow for blow. I'm going to have to say K1llsen 2-1.
All right. You know what? I'd probably agree with you there. I think that probably is the most reasonable approach we can take to this. You know, you look at it for what it is with K1llsen. He is a dominant force. Basically, this is the immovable object versus the unstoppable force. So let's not mess about. Let's get straight into it and see where these frags are going to be coming from and who will be the dominant one at the end of it. We're straight into the action.
Yeah, I'm starting on K1llsen, who has got this higher spawn, but can't get across as Vengeur's already got the low ground. So K1llsen might just have to forfeit this. Is he going to risk it? Vengeur's just waiting around. Just get a huge amount of damage, and he gets the kill as well. Wasn't worth the risk, K1llsen.
Oh no. This is definitely an unlucky start to the game. But it's a great start if your name is Vengeur, as he's going to be so happy with this. Immediately falling back, he can start to try and add to his choke stack. That's unfortunate, though. The timing! K1llsen, how big is this man's watch?
Once again, K1llsen with the balls to jump across. This time hits the return round. Vengeur just misses what would have been the finishing round, and this time K1llsen does pick up. Oof, a clean mega health. But Vengeur showing the initiative already, willing to fight K1llsen at every single turn.
So, starting to roam around a little bit more here. Mega's just come up. Ooh.
Oh, into the totem as he goes through. That's, again, such a strong thing about K1llsen on any teleported map, is that you can never account for what's on the other side.
Yeah, and that is a disgusting kill. Start to come back into the game as well, bringing this now into a 1-1. Already providing us with some very enjoyable moments. Look at that. The pixel punishment trying to come through as K1llsen was hoping to land that rail. Quite a risky one to take, but he almost made it work. Vengeur's so low as well, so he has to dive out and head back over towards the light arm.
K1llsen's sweeping up all items on the map and wanting to make a move as he knows Vengeur's still very low. But respecting Vengeur's combat capabilities in and around those choke points.
Stopwatch.
K1llsen getting himself a heavy, can back off. We should be able to claim both of the items. Already knew that there were some tricks afoot. He's not going to get coaxed into a snafu by Vengeur. He was prepared. Fires up the rocket, gives some damage to him, and steals the Mega safely.
Yeah. And this is what K1llsen does when he's on the hunt, is he plays those audio cues very well. Some players love to charge around the map with pressure, but not K1llsen. Loves to play tactful, but he's out of rockets. Nearly cost him his life. So close there. Big mistake by K1llsen not to check that ammo before engaging.
Much more reasonable game of Quake on our hands here, Dan, compared to this last series. Nothing too outrageous coming through.
Oh, and K1llsen's doing a good job of suffocating Vengeur. Vengeur can't get a foothold on the map because every time he shows himself, he eats multiple rails, and he will be going down again here. Should be going down again here. Holy moly, how did he get away with that? Those defensive rockets by Vengeur were incredible.
Goodness. Yeah, these are some nice shots starting to come out. Now, 4 minutes in, 4 frags. It's a 3-1 split. And K1llsen tries to get the rapid adjustment off with the railgun to punish Vengeur as he pushes out. But these nails are doing so much damage. K1llsen is getting riddled with nails, and he will be struck down.
Sticking around too long. Unnecessary by K1llsen. Slightly arrogant. But Vengeur doesn't have the weaponry to really engage K1llsen as much as he wants to. He still hasn't got a rocket. He won't have one for a while as he takes the long route round.
All tied up now, 3-3 apiece. Here could be our next frag very quickly as Vengeur goes flying in with high octane speed. K1llsen. It seemed like there was an opportunity for him to actually net that frag, Dan, but in the end, Vengeur snatches it away. Now we're back into this, a battle over control of the Mega. Will go the way of K1llsen, but at least he's instantly tagged by the rail to try and strip it off of him. Ooh, 2 rails.
Yeah, K1llsen not anticipating that Vengeur was sticking around for an extra rail. Cost him that entire Mega. Oh, they do return, and they're both incredibly low, so no one wants to commit here. K1llsen's got better positioning on that heavy armor, and subsequently the Mega. But Vengeur's just in time to hit a rail, and it's not going to be enough to kill K1llsen. Oh, Vengeur.
Goodness.
Fortunate.
I can't believe that. Oh, here we go. Back over towards the light. Vengeur. He gets tagged. K1llsen with a fadeaway shot. A nice 3-pointer, as he's going to be able to get himself out of there and stay alive for the meantime. He's got 2 totems down as well, and a third is about to be available to him. So an overstack is on the cards if things get risky. Look at Vengeur, though. Setting up quite a tasty trap here, potentially.
Yeah, tasty indeed.
The move from K1llsen. starts to make his play over towards the heavy to try and lock it down early on. All of those totems in close proximity. It could make it an awkward fight if Vengeur starts to overstep the mark. Instead, back over into the nail room, will get himself a light armor, essentially delegated to just pick up the scraps at this point, as K1llsen is taking all of the major items for himself.
Yeah, but Vengeur obviously has the lead, so not too unhappy. Playing good methodical Quake on the defense here. Obviously reluctant to go through that teleporter until he has to, because he knows he's going to eat one of those totems as well. K1llsen wants to follow in, but misreads Vengeur's pathing. Oh, that rocket was nearly perfect.
Vengeur.
Trying everything to get that totem.
Yeah, just wanted to take them down. He eventually does, and now falls back into a fight. Both of them got a major item each, but looking at their stacks, you wouldn't realize it. As Vengeur, he has been shredded instantly off the back of that, losing a lot of the armor that he picked up from that heavy. Nice use of the rockets as he fires them around the corner and sets up for the shotgun, expecting a push to come his way.
Whereas K1llsen is looking very healthy, but not able to pressure Vengeur whatsoever. Vengeur's defense has been remarkable, considering he's had virtually no items to play with this map. Actually out-damaging K1llsen quite considerably.
The midi! That was lovely. Both of them now, so low. This could be a frag for Vengeur as he gets the follow-up tag off with a rocket. K1llsen, he will take the mega to replenish himself. And it's a stalemate in this duel for now. They both fall back and retreat, allowing things to normalize before they run this risk again.
Vengeur's rockets have been incredible, and we say that every week, but they have been really remarkable.
Rail, near miss with it. Like the London Underground down, that one was slightly delayed.
Minute and a half going, the time has been flying by. K1llsen really has tried everything to get onto Vengeur, but everything he does, he's going around corners and eating damage. Vengeur doesn't even want items or need items.
Trying to go for the escape play there as he wants to quickly make his move. Though he has been spotted. Vengeur, his position is known in K1llsen. He really needs to tie this up soon. Bring it back to a 4-on-4 in terms of the kills. And keep it close going forward. He is starting to bunny hop his way towards him, building up some speed. Can he catch him off though? Vengeur, one step ahead in a good position, fires off the rocket, but this will give away his location. Here comes K1llsen charging in. Vengeur, not much HP left.
He can't go through the teleporter as well. He needs to stay there. He doesn't know what's on the other side.
Oh,
It doesn't matter, he's dead anyway.
And here we go, 4-4. It's all tied up. Final frag could be the decider here as time is ticking away. If not, we will be going to a sudden death scenario.
Vengeur really needs to try and get some weapons. K1llsen could just capitalize on this now through that teleporter, which he tries to do, but Vengeur skirts away using the jump. Still needs a rail though, that's the most important thing for him to get.
Death is the only release. I will not grant you that privilege.
Oh, sends himself flying straight towards the heavy.
He doesn't know the timing, he could have hung around, but he didn't know that timing, unfortunately.
K1llsen gets it, so he now snatches both of the items, and that's a worst possible scenario. Really, Dan? Oh, I thought he was going to hit that. It would have been classic K1llsen, aka Rawson, if he would have been able to bring that through, and I would have been blown away. Instead, let's see if he can do some more damage with the rail as this overtime continues on.
Might put the totem down by the teleporter exit, but decides not to. I mean, Vengeur's been living in this light armor area for the majority of the map.
K1llsen firing out the tri-bolt, hoping for an overextension from Vengeur. So if he walks into him, he'll be able to take him down. Launches himself up towards the heavy. Slightly too slow on the timing there from Vengeur on the extension with the rail. Oh, the tri-bolt from K1llsen. He's a mastermind of leading this to do so much damage down, and he pulls it off perfectly there to try and whittle away at Vengeur's stack.
But once again, Vengeur's still healthy. All it takes is one rocket, one rail. He's pretty much in the lead stack-wise, so he's done a good job to work his way up to this fighting stack. K1llsen misses his rocket jump though.
Ooh. They're both trying to beat each other off here of getting control of the Mega.
Oh no, K1llsen! Oh my gosh! Ooh. Vengeur is living dangerously right now.
Goodness, this is crazy. 4-4, 2 minutes into the OT. K1llsen, he does not want to let this one slip away from him. He has the overstack to benefit him.
And now Vengeur's got absolute control. He's kept timing well on the defense, hit multiple rails against K1llsen. Now K1llsen's the one that needs to back off and see what he does on the defense. He's got the overstack though, as you say.
Listening for the audio cues, K1llsen. Find a position he likes to be in, and he's going to hold himself down again, the tri-bolt. Doing a nice bit of poking and prodding.
Oh no, he still hit it. Yeah, he's annoyed by that. That's painful.
Vengeur, very, very low. Nearly falls to the totem, Dan. That would have been the worst possible way to go.
For the kill now.
He knows. He's got the info from it, so he might as well try and capitalize. Still not wanting to necessarily run any risks, hoping that he would come flying through that teleporter. And then K1llsen would be able to send him straight down to the Nether Realm, but it was not meant to be.
So smart by Vengeur not going through that teleporter, not having an idea of what's on the other side. He may as well wait for the audio cues, but K1llsen has found him here. He should be able to get this kill. Vengeur to skid away, and the rail to finish is good. Wow. I mean, Vengeur, even though he lost, played remarkably well. Look at the damage differential and the item differential. K1llsen had complete map control, but just couldn't kill his opponent. It's so hard in those situations not to be suffocated, but Vengeur didn't get the pressure get to him. A slight mistake on not killing that totem essentially cost him control and then cost him the game.
Yeah, it was the info, the extra bit of damage. It all played into K1llsen's hands and set him up for success there. So classic K1llsen, really. Just vintage Galena coming out from him, and he does lock it down in the end. But as you said, in terms of the sheer damage, obviously it was way more favorable to Vengeur. He looked good on the Doom. He was hitting a lot of tasty shots. I think there was potential if he took that, it would have been, you know, the catalyst for success in this series. The worrying bit is now we move on to Awoken. It's K1llsen on the Visor and Vengeur on the Strog and Pika. Now, Awoken is basically home turf for Vengeur. He does a lot of really flashy things on here. But again, you could probably translate that to K1llsen. When he's on the Nyx and he plays Awoken, it is pound town for a lot of people.
It is. And Strog can obviously capitalize upon the slight movement advantage that he has. So K1llsen's obviously going to have to play positionally solid, but that's the one thing that K1llsen generally does very, very well. He likes to play slow, use those audio cues, and then push fast when he knows the opportunity is there. And that's what I expect, is to try and prowl that middle ground, hit his rail strong, and follow up strongly. But yeah, like we said before, Vengeur's the one that can counter that. And we saw it just then. Vengeur's defensive play was remarkable. It would be great to see him on the offense right now.
Yeah, no, it would hopefully be quite a spectacle. Obviously, the first map, I think, did live up to our expectations. Now going into this one, Awoken itself, obviously, naturally being a bit smaller, kind of setting you up for a lot more of these firefights and engagements. I wouldn't be surprised if this is really going to be the true test of combat skill. And if we get K1llsen on the rail, then I would be quite worried.
Yeah, no, I agree. I as you said, this is home turf of. I would expect him to walk away with this map, but I don't think anyone's going to steamroll it just yet.
No, this series is going to remain close the entire way through, I think. As that first game was like a little taster for it, it gave us everything we expected. We are instantly into it, though, and there is no time for messing about. As the Pika comes flying out, looking to try and show off his Pika prowess, K1llsen is getting slapped up, and he gets smited down.
Not a bad start for the Strog. Pushing in with the nail gun right there. Huge amount of damage if you can hit it. Vengeur with the speed and knowledge of when this heavy's going to be. More interested in getting kills. And he's done enough damage to be happy to back off.
K1llsen very low. Lucky to even be alive at this point, as he is being completely bombarded. And the Peacock could definitely finish him, although he just went for the kamikaze. It didn't work out.
Was that not a rail by K1llsen? K1llsen sticking around a little bit too long there. Oh, rail just doesn't want K1llsen to get this heavy, and he doesn't get that heavy. Already we're seeing how good Vengeur is on this map.
Jeez. Okay. Vengeur.
We're already seeing how much of a problem it is as a visor when you just don't have any real special power to combat the speed of Strong.
Especially when you got someone as quick as Vengeur over here, just breezing around the map.
Unless you hit all your rockets.
Gonna be a hard margin for error. The Pika coming out there to try and force K1llsen back. K1llsen not wanting to mess about though, instead repositions and tries to get into a bit of a better spot. Whips up the LG. And he does so much damage, but the Mega will be the saving grace. The lifeline that Vengeur needed. Oh, talking of lifelines. K1llsen, he's flatlined.
Stopwatch.
Yeah. K1llsen is taking fights at the moment without the stack to do so, and Vengeur's continually catching him off guard, so K1llsen needs to reassess what he's doing. It's already 7-1, 8-1, and he's missed out on the Mega, and he will undoubtedly miss out on the heavy as well. We said K1llsen needs to get on that rail. I don't think he's used it just yet, so definitely needs to have a think about that.
I'm curious of just how far of a scoreline this could potentially go here and what this is going to end up like at the end, Dan. I mean, what, 3 minutes in, it's already an 8-1. This is just a bombardment.
You can see Vengeur's just forcing these fights outside the major item, very similar to how Razy was doing. Picking up on K1llsen's, yeah,
Super shotgun.
I think K1llsen's pretty tilted.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Vengeur, this is just absolutely monstrous.
Oh, look at those rockets,
bring it back.
But when you've got such a big stack, you need to hit more than that. I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw K1llsen get this manhandled.
No, it's normally quite a rare sight. And at least there, he is going to be able to put a bit of a full stop onto how the game has gone so far, although it's such a hard task. The scoreline is already ridiculously one-sided. Can K1llsen try and slowly chip away to bring it back into his favor? Vengeur forces up the Pika, drops himself down in the rail room, fires out the warning rocket. K1llsen taking a little bit of damage as he makes his move. Still 8 seconds before Mega's up, Dan. So he's just going to lock himself down towards the middle of the map.
Yeah, plenty of time. This time K1llsen finally gets a little bit of a stack to work with and has all the weapons, but only one rocket. Oh, what rockets from Vengeur though. And he's won himself a heavy.
The LG coming out to try and punish. There's K1llsen. Slipping back over towards the Mega. He's out of rockets, but he does have rails. And he's got that LG as well. And he's slowly starting to rebuild up his arsenal. He should also get a free heavy here. But Vengeur, he's looking to contest down.
Yeah, Vengeur, this is Vengeur's item. He doesn't want to give it away freely. He gave away the Mega freely, but
5 minutes.
receiving that rail, he just needs to get out of there quick. This insight was already used.
Ooh, the shotgun!
No way! How much damage did Vengeur do there? Nevertheless, K1llsen's managed to stabilize. It's 11-3, so it is sizable.
Yeah, this This is such a lead. He hasn't been able to get much done. The thing is, if it carries on in this fashion, it will be such a hard job to be able to actually tie this scoreline up.
Yeah, Vengeur needs to get timing though. So at the minute he's just playing super defensive, and K1llsen is reading him. Oh, nice.
K1llsen. Back towards mid once again. He was ready with the railgun, but he's not going to be able to land it. Instead switches out to the rockets and tries to lay down the law. But he's forced to just run away. There's a Pika coming towards him. He luckily picks up the rail in the nick of time to replenish the ammunition.
Yeah, and for K1llsen now, he needs to play methodical. He needs to make sure he doesn't let go of the items. He keeps that pressure on Vengeur. Because this isn't an irredeemable situation. It's hard. But if he plays... Wow! That was a full rocket. Yeah, but if he does the basics, make sure he strangles the map, he can come back.
The only issue with that is, though, is Vengeur, obviously, like he's doing right now, and just wasting an awful lot of time. You think about how long it's taken K1llsen to get to 5-11 in the frags. It's not really working out too well for him unless he really starts to chain these together and Vengeur keeps exposing himself and giving him those opportunities.
Yeah, you've got to take it one frag at a time. The priority will always be maintaining control. After that, you can then afford to take a little bit more risks, and if you get a frag, you need to then try and force a spawn frag. And K1llsen is very, very good and adept at doing that. So he can't afford at this stage to give anything. He has to play perfect if he's going to come back. And that is not a good start. Because the problem is you need these frags to be clean as well. You can't afford to give up free damage.
Ooh. Sends him shooting up in towards the sky. Here comes the Pika. It's going to be the miss from K1llsen. He barely stays alive. So lucky to even be breathing. But he's missing these shots with a rail. Doesn't fancy his chances at trying again. Instead backs off. Goes towards the Mega. Leaving himself with such little time to continue on such a big warpath. This is worrying.
Yeah, nice by Vengeur not to show himself, staying in the corridor. Buying a little bit more time as he was super weak. Defensive rockets by Vengeur are killing K1llsen's momentum. Every time he goes in for a push, somehow he eats a full rocket to the face. Once again, another one. I mean, the rockets have just been deciding factors in both maps.
1 minute warning.
60 seconds left.
Yeah, now it's out of range for K1llsen.
Yeah.
There was a slim chance 2 minutes ago, but Vengeur's done a great job of stalling the game out.
He's just starved him of being able to get absolutely anything, and it's just not worked for him at all. Vengeur's just had better movement. He's been able to waste so much time. And again, even here.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Vengeur's done 500 more damage, but he's done 1,000 more damage with rockets. So that just shows you the power of Vengeur's rockets. He didn't even use rail this map. It was all rockets. Only 2 rail shots that he hit.
K1llsen. A little bit of a tag, tries to finish it with the tri-bolt, which he will, and he gets it at least somewhat closer at the end of Awoken, but it's still not enough. It just wasn't possible with the time constraints that were put on him, and that is going to be the map going the way of Vengeur. It's a 1-1 split into the series here on our 7th match of the day, meaning we will have a decider on Ruins of Sarnath.
Yeah, I mean, that game got out of control very quickly for K1llsen. But once again, even still, you can see the control coming out from K1llsen. The emphasis he puts on that control is strong. And he had much better items than Vengeur once again. But the defensive play by Vengeur, the prediction play by Vengeur, and then the capitalization of Vengeur in the first 2-3 minutes just won in that map. That map was won after 3 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, well, the first 2 minutes of the game, he had like 8 kills. He was just absolutely running his way through him. Didn't show any signs of slowing down the entire time. And then as soon as he felt comfortable and was like, well, I can literally just waste time at this point and just roam. And that's all he did. He just avoided K1llsen.
Yeah, for sure. And then we go on to Ruins, where we got Bina versus, which is what I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, K1llsen Slash should be a nice little treat. And then you've got Vengeur on the Athena. I'm curious to see how this one is going to go. K1llsen, hopefully, obviously, he can just bounce back, take it as a best of one into the final map here, as both of them currently have a map under their belts. The winner of this does take the series. In terms of their actual standings in the leaderboards, Dan, K1llsen being firmly put in second place right now, only second to Rafa. Vengeur's sixth. So if he can actually take the series win, that'd probably be pretty good for him. Try and push him over the edge, maybe to bust into the top 5.
Yeah, and I think Vengeur's one of those people who he progressed so quickly, so early on, and just has kind of steadied the ship just around that top 5 mark. And I think he's definitely got the potential to break into the top 3. He needs to make in that next progression, because similar to Razy, even on land, he's always someone that gets so fast, so quick, so early on, but then just seems to just plateau a little bit and falls out at the final hurdle. So I'd love to see him overcome that.
Hopefully, as this is the last chance saloon. Backs against the walls for both of them. Obviously, just go out swinging, basically, and make it interesting as our last map of this series. This is the one we were looking forward to as well, with the Slash and the Athena. So hopefully it does live up to the hype, Dan, when we get into it here on Ruins.
I'm sure it will. I can't remember if I've seen Vengeur on Athena. I know he practiced it a lot. We always love to see K1llsen on Slash. Either way, this matchup's going to be chaos.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't expect anything less from this, especially with the way the series has gone so far, with how tight map 1 was and how much more dominant map 2 was. It's going to be a good round out to the end of the series. So I'm excited to witness it as we are stepping into the game. Starting off here again with the Maestro Madman in Vengeur, facing off of K1llsen from Big.
Oh, what a rail by K1llsen, knocking Vengeur off the edge. But they do trade items nevertheless. Those rockets, I mean, that was so well read by K1llsen, but those rockets by Vengeur. Oh, the double, otherwise he would have died. Good use of the grapple there.
Man, that's one way to kick things off. It's a big start. Oh, look at that rail! It was K1llsen. Now with the crouch slide in prowess, as he turns the corner, Ferrari peak comes through, and a tremendous amount of damage is delivered straight into the veins of Vengeur. He's forced to fall back. He's hungering rather, for this heavy.
Oh, look at those rockets.
What?
That
he actually
was
survives as well.
incredible.
Stopwatch.
Incredible.
Man. I'm so shocked he actually was able to get away from that one.
Got away incredibly healthy as well.
Goodness. Over 50% of our oxygen, Dan, is made from the algae in our oceans, but that didn't really help him because he choked away that frag. But, oh, straight in for another. Redeems himself as Vengeur is now popping off 2-0, and he is showing no signs of slowing down, really up in the tempo.
None at all. He's in K1llsen's face, left, right, and center, using those grapples perfectly so far across the split leveled map, catching K1llsen off guard.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Ready for the drop to come across. Oh, K1llsen with a railgun. With a showstopper of a frag.
And he's on the board. think he already needs to be wary of pushing in too fast on, too hard onto Vengeur, because Vengeur's always hitting the opening shot. So slightly more calculated in these aggressive pushes. And that's exactly what you're doing. You can see him not just dropping straight in now. He's looking to take the range game first. Already wary of what Vengeur's offering.
Stopwatch. Tank.
Decides to pick up the health first, as well as delaying the item. So now there's a decent split after 3 minutes.
So one frag between them here in the final map in this series. A lot riding on this for points between these two.
Starts up very early.
Still another 4 seconds to go. At least he gets a bit of a tag off there with the rocket to try and send Vengeur packing, as he'll back off for the meantime. K1llsen barely making the jump, puts himself up on top of the pedestal. That's nicely executed as he uses the plasma trail and the additional speed to send himself flying in, grabs the Mega, gets the kill.
Yeah, as you say, perfectly executed. The timing was spot on. And Vengeur wasn't able to do anything as K1llsen was already in his face by the time he had any time to react.
The speed from the slash could be the thing that carries him over the edge here if he's able to maintain his composure whilst traveling at such ridiculous speeds. He's also been farming those vials, so he's got another plasma trail to use there to block off the path from Vengeur and keep him trapped in a pen. K1llsen finding himself the heavy, back out with the LG, tons of damage done, does take a round straight to the face, but his quick switch to the rail is going to be the saving grace for him. Oh, he's straight down as well, chasing again. Vengeur is being punished as K1llsen, he's got the LG in his hand, turns the corner, and will find a further frag.
Yeah. See, on the defense, Vengeur's finding it hard because of K1llsen's speed with the slash. And his execution is definitely picking up as well. Lovely little flick rail there, style points to kill. And throughout, K1llsen's just doing a better job of controlling the items. Every single map, Vengeur's not able to get onto the major items.
Jeez, man. That's absolutely despicable.
Oh.
How is he doing this? This is the Railson we wanted to see. Also, he's trying to make some sparks fly. Looking to bring the thunder right now, but not possible just yet. But the rocket will do it!
Very nice.
Oh, that is disgraceful. And another one.
And already, reverse. This map is now getting out of control for Vengeur, if not already out of control. He's got no items. K1llsen's got a perfect split. 15 seconds, just about. And the pressure of the speed is too much for Vengeur. He's too late.
Five seconds till that heavy's up. If this fight continues on in such a stalemate, it means K1llsen will be able to bolster himself back up and then probably fully commit to try and find the frag. Instead, though, realizing, obviously, he's got such a big lead already. No point throwing a frag away for nothing. Take the heavy, dash out of there, and stay alive to fight another battle. Get yourself in position for perfect timing pickup of the Mega. And K1llsen trying to punish and completely shut down Vengeur once more. Look at the timing! Oh! What a magician!
Like, Vengeur is doing nearly as much damage as K1llsen, but it doesn't matter. K1llsen always has all the items in his favor.
Rage.
God damn. Dan, you know warthogs can run up to 29 miles an hour, but K1llsen, he's still quicker than that as he tries to speed his way back in front of a frag! Look at the reaction time as he flicks up and sends Vengeur packing.
Does not matter what. Vengeur can't do anything. He's got a frag, but he's also very weak, and it's also too little too late for the Italian, as K1llsen has mounted an irredeemable lead.
Oh, now he's finally fallen to Vengeur, but I think it's too late. I mean, the shotguns come through. Basically, this is a complete flip of what we saw on Awoken. My goodness.
He's read him like a book, though.
All right, that's 2 frags found. Can he get any more to keep this going? He's got 2 minutes to punish with.
No, K1llsen, as soon as he starts to feel a little bit trepidatious about the situation, he'll just slow the pace down. Oh no! So much damage with the plasma trail.
Impressive.
Oh, that was nice.
Titan. Stopwatch.
Not much time left on this one. Looks like it will be shut down here with K1llsen walking away as the victor as he finds that frag bursting in for action as he'll cut his way through Vengeur like a hot knife through butter.
Double kill. 1 minute.
Yeah, for me, I think a large part of that was just the slash pick. It was too much pressure. Again, I think across the series, Vengeur needs to have a think about why he couldn't get more control. I definitely felt that could have put more emphasis on stronger defensive positioning in and around major items and try and steal them away. Get on the items, because as soon as K1llsen had a stack, there was no stopping him. But I mean, similar to the Raise the Havoc game, momentum. The momentum was hard.
Damn, this is just disgusting. The rails that are coming out, K1llsen, it's just not acceptable, man. You can't be doing this stuff. And he has just popped off into this map.
He has indeed. It was a really, really impressive display from K1llsen.
It really was. He's run away with it. He's had an absolute field day on that one, and I don't think you can blame him. That was magnificently executed. And that is the series wrapped up and rounded out. It is a 2-1 split, and it will go the way of K1llsen, representing, of course, Team Big.
Yeah, typical display from K1llsen when he's on form. But it was a very good display on Awoken from Vengeur to manhandle him for 5 minutes. So,
Man, yeah, like literally what we had on Awoken, but just the opposite roles.
The reverse, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was lovely to witness, though. Provided us with some magnificent moments the whole way through the series. I think it's cool as well, because obviously we started with Blood Run. That was actually really close. In the grand scheme of things, that went down to the wire, quite a tight affair. And then obviously Awoken, that was the Vengeur show. We saw a true test of his skill and how aggressive and how confident he is. And then that's just the flip of what we got here from K1llsen. So everyone got their moment to shine in this series.
Yeah, for sure. It was, I think it lived up to what we wanted it to be. Great skill all around. Strategy, aim, everything was on point throughout. So I'm happy. And we've got another good one coming up.
Yeah, we do. Our final game of the night, of course. Game number 8, Rafa, the first seed, the undefeated man from Poland, the terror of Quake, will be facing off versus Saigib, who's found himself in towards the top 10, hoping to net some more points to keep him there. Is it possible versus Rafa? We'll find out after the break.